Hi, what's up guys? For those of you, maybe most of you, who get to visit my channel for the first time, I will give you a glimpse of what I'm about to say in this video. 26 Korean words were newly added to the 2021 version of the Oxford English Dictionary. I wouldn't say any of what the dictionary says is wrong, but as a native Korean speaker, I'd like to add my comments, my 2 cents. The words I will talk about in this video are some Konglish expressions. The English words only Koreans use and non-Koreans have never heard of. I will tackle 2 Konglish words in this video, and the first word I'm going to talk about is fighting. Its meaning in Korean is somewhat different from what it is in other countries. It's not something like you have to get involved in a tussle or a push and shove. Some of you might have heard this word before when you watched Korean dramas or movies, TV shows. Let's just take a look at the meaning defined in the dictionary first. Especially in Korea and Korean context, expressing encouragement, incitement, or support. Go on, go for it. There is no problem with the definition here. I've heard this word since I was little, so I thought it was just an actual English expression. But later, I found out in my mid-20s when I first started studying English that this is Konglish. Anyways, when an athlete is about to take part in a competition, when one of your friends or one of your family members tries something challenging, fighting. A lot of times with your fist clenched like this. You might be able to see some Koreans have their photos taken with their fist clenched like this. Mostly what they want to say through the photo is this word, fighting, which means like, I can do it, you can do it, or we can make it. But I wouldn't say you can hear the same pronunciation from Koreans about the word fighting. I mean, there's no F pronunciation in Korean. So most Koreans pronounce F with either P or H. So you might hear it from Koreans like not fighting, but fighting or whiting. In fact, most Koreans don't have a hard time pronouncing F. Koreans would rather pronounce it with ease. But there's no letter in Hangul, the Korean alphabet, that sounds like an F. I will give you some examples along the line that Koreans use in their everyday lives with F words. Not F words, like something like words with an F. Fantasy. Koreans use this word quite often, so they pronounce it like either 판타지 or 환타지. Guess what? Family. Frying pan, a frying pan. Pen club, a fan club. Fast food, a fast food. It comes up in my mind that the only exception is the real F word, you. Koreans say like you. It's interesting, I haven't recognized it until now that you is the only exception that Koreans pronounce differently with other some F words. English doesn't have this pronunciation either. 상비육. It sounds like ba. Well, I guess Ice Cube knows exactly how to pronounce it.
Or we might need you to do a drive-by, so you got to know how to slow down.
Let's just move on to next. The other Konglish expression in the dictionary is skinship. Let's just take a look at the meaning in the dictionary first. Especially in Japanese and Korean contexts, touching or close physical contact between parent and child or between lovers or friends, used to express affection or strengthen an emotional bond. What do you think? Does this word skinship sound plausible to you? Yeah, the meaning is as defined in it. It's like touching someone, just the act of touching and such a behavior you do to feel comfortable, affectionate, or intimate. But it feels like Koreans use this word mostly when they want to talk about the physical contact of couples. I have a daughter, and this word skinship has never come up in my mind when I talk about physical contact with my daughter. Like when I give a hug or when I hold her, anything like that, then I've never thought of that as a skinship, or it doesn't feel like skinship at all. Skinship with children? It's not familiar to me. Anyways, 내 여친 스킨십 좋아해. My girlfriend likes skinship. 내 여친 스킨십 싫어해. My girlfriend hates skinship. I don't know how this word was coined in Korea. Maybe about 50 or 60 years ago, some Koreans might have thought that it would make sense to make an English word with ship as a suffix, as in friendship or leadership or sort of. Actually, I told my students in English class that skinship is Konglish, so don't even think of using this word when you have a chance to talk in English with non-Koreans. But I've never ever thought that this word would be added to the English dictionary that time. I don't know if this word skinship would become universal all around the world in the end. I'm not saying it should, but I think it's also a good idea for you to adopt this word if you think it rings a bell. What do you think? Okay, that's all I have for today. In the next video, maybe I will talk about some other words in the dictionary. See you next time.